how to change the filters in your Undersink system. It's actually very easy. If you can change the batteries in your electronics, you should have no problem with this. You'll need three things. You'll need a bucket, you'll need a piece of tubing for flushing the filters, and you'll need a towel or paper towels to put under your system just to keep everything clean and dry. So first we're going to remove the cover. This gray dial just turns counterclockwise to unscrew. Once you've got that off, you can just remove the cover. And let me give you a quick tour. Your system could be in this orientation, it could be in another orientation, but the filter ports, the inlet where your water is coming into the system, is always going to be closest to the edge. The system itself is very simple. So the water would be coming in, flows through the shutoff valve, into the sediment filter, through the pre-carbon filter, to the ultra filter, to the post-carbon filter, and it comes out of this port here, which will go to your faucet and or your refrigerator. The new filters all have arrows with the words in and out, and they are also numbered for reference. You can see the arrows with in and out, and they're all numbered. The orange and blue fittings, they are colored to help you keep track of the inlets and outlets. So the orange fittings go on the inlets and the blue fittings on the outlets. And there's an easy way to remember this. So we tend to associate the color blue with clean, pure water, right? So the blue fittings go on the outlet end where water has passed through the filter and has been cleaned and purified. To remove the fittings, you'll place your fingers under these tabs, under the little wings, and just pull the fitting off. To put them back on, you simply push them back on. To check if they're secure, just give it a little tug. All right, so let's begin. Go ahead and turn the water off via this shutoff valve right here. All you have to do is turn this a quarter turn clockwise so that the handle will now be perpendicular to the water line. Go ahead and turn the filtered water faucet on at the sink. This is going to relieve the pressure on the lines so you can remove these fittings. You can leave the water on at the sink for the duration of the filter change. First, we'll remove the sediment filter. Go ahead and remove this fitting and either put your finger over this hole or take one of these caps off of the new filters and put it on the top of this filter. Push it down. This is going to hold any of the remaining water that is in this filter from coming out of the bottom hole when you remove that fitting. So go ahead and you can pop that out and take off this bottom fitting. We're going to go ahead and replace it with the new sediment filter, paying attention to the arrows in and out. And remember, the orange fitting goes on the inlet and the blue fitting goes on the outlet. We're going to do the exact same thing with the pre-carbon, ultrafilter, and post-carbon filters. Once all your new filters are installed, give those a little push, and we are ready to flush the filters. So first we're going to flush the two filters, the sediment and pre-carbon filters together, and then we're going to flush all four filters. So to flush the first two filters, you're going to find the outlet of the pre-carbon filter. That's the one with the blue fitting. We're going to take our piece of tubing here. We're going to remove this blue fitting from the outlet of the pre-carbon and attach the fitting with the tubing. And this tubing, you're just going to run that into your bucket. Now you can go ahead and turn the water on to the system by turning it a quarter turn counterclockwise. And you're going to let about 1 gallon of water flow into the bucket. Once you have run about 1 gallon of water, turn the water off. And now you can remove this piece of tubing that we were using for flushing. Reattach the blue fitting to the pre-carbon filter. And now we're going to flush all 4 filters at the same time. You don't need that piece of tubing anymore. We are just going to run water through your sink faucet. So to do that, just make sure all of your fittings are nice and secure. You can give them a little tug, and when you pull on them, just give it a tug from the top. Don't pull on these wings, because if you pull the wings again, you'll remove the fitting. So you just want to check by pulling on the top a little bit. So push them all down, give them a little tug, push down. Now we're ready to flush, so go ahead and turn your water back onto the system. The handle is parallel again to the water line. Flush about 1 gallon of water to your sink. You can leave that water on. You are all finished. While you're letting that water run, go ahead and put the cover back on. Put your little dial back on. And you are all set.